this is me. And I'm 11 years old, and I'm sitting in a paediatrician's office. And I've just been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. And he's talking to my mum, and my mum's talking to him, but no one's talking to me. I just know that something's wrong. And he's asking her questions, and she's asking him questions, and he's explaining things to her, but she's explaining things to him, but no one's explaining anything to me. I just know that something's wrong. I'm 18 and I'm on a train, and I'm trying to explain to my ex what's just happened because I've had a panic attack in the cinema. And it was a real shame because it was Wally, and I was really looking forward to seeing Wally, but panic attacks sometimes just don't care about that kind of shit. That was a second date. And I'm fairly sure that's not how I want to do it. And I don't think I want to explain after something's happened. I used to get my ex to tell people for me because I just didn't want to suffer the rejection, just in case. I'm 23 and I'm in my car and I'm reading a GP's referral letter. And it isn't addressed to me, but I still read it because I want to know what's being said about me. So we're in Drink, Shop and Do, and things are going really well actually, and we're just, getting to know each other. So, we're asking each other questions, and all these weird kind of coincidences keep on coming up. Like, I've got a brother who's 10 years older than me, and he's got a brother who's 9 years older than him, and then his brother has the same birthday as my other brother, and this one's a little bit weird. But he tells me that his dad died when he was quite young, and the weird thing is that my dad's dad died when he was quite young. They're almost kind of like the same age, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of resonated with me. And he didn't have to tell me that. But he was the improvisational comedian, so we're just talking about performance because I'm a puppeteer, and we're just talking about like ebb and flow, how you have light and shade, like the actual theory of why we laugh, and just all this like wanky bollocks. But it's just really nice to talk to someone about that. Because that's what I've been doing all this time, like I really love puppeteering. Like it's everything that I kind of want to do. I watch it, I do it, I write about it, and some people say, oh no, I really love puppetry, but I love it, like I am it, like this just everything that I want to do. And any guesses what's in that bag? It's a puppet. I'll just get him out. Why not? So yeah, this is a puppet that I was making when we were first kind of talking, and I think that puppets are really great because they help you talk about things that are quite difficult to say. I kind of find puppets make me quite brave. And I don't think what I do is particularly special, but only because I kind of believe anyone can puppeteer. You just have to remember a few things. So let's see, so there's movement. So movement is of course quite important, but movement suggests character and suggests emotion. So like an angry character might be like hands on hips and might point at people, and like a happier character might be quite loose in the hips and just, and I suppose like a sad character would do a lot of like self-comforting gestures. And one of the kind of my daily habits, kind of daily reminders of my anxiety, is that I cannot keep my hands still. And I've always got to be using them, and it might be that I'm just playing with my hair or my clothes, or you know, anything around me is just, I just have to keep my hands busy. And I don't even wear jewellery because I know I'm going to take it off, I'm going to lose it, and then that would make me quite sad. But it's just a nervous habit, it's just a nervous tick. But yeah, it's just a daily reminder of what I go through. The second thing you really need to think about is it's quite a subtle movement, but it's so effective, which is breath. And breath is really good because it suggests thought and emotion and thinking, and when I have a panic attack, one of the first things that goes is my breathing. And it's quite a common thing because it's just that fight or flight response. It's basically the body just trying to get as much oxygen as it can into the body. But the problem is that if you don't have anything to use it against, it kind of gets stuck in your system and you get lightheaded, your fingers get very tingly, and you're basically just hyperventilating. And then like the first suggestion that I'm having a panic attack is I usually breathe just suddenly very sharply through my nose, and it's just me trying to get as much oxygen as I can. But sometimes I'll breathe so suddenly that I get this pain in my chest, and the first thing that they teach you is just to really concentrate on your breathing and breathe through your nose, but really deeply, and out through your mouth, and in through your nose, and out through your mouth, and in through your nose, out through your mouth, and it just helps to calm you down. Yeah, so the last thing that I'll tell you about is focus. And focus is really important anyway on a stage, because your focus as a performer suggests to the audience what's most interesting. So my focus as a puppeteer has to be on the puppet, because I think the puppet is most interesting. But then there's also what the puppet finds most interesting. And when I'm feeling really anxious, I find it impossible to look people in the eye. And I don't really know why that is, because I know that they're just trying to get through to me. They just want to be with me in that moment, but I just can't do it. I think it's because I just don't want them to see the anxiety in my eyes. I don't want them to see it boiling and spilling out and hurting them. No, I don't think that's it. I think it's because I don't want to see what's going on in their eyes. I don't want to see the anger or the frustration or the sadness or whatever. I don't want to see how the anxiety affects them, because that is the worst thing.